Hello, good afternoon from the Bakau Mini Stadium, and this is the ground where we are bringing you the live commentary in the GFF Men's Division 1 game between Steve Biko and Fortune FC. This is the clash between Coach Adnan Musa and Coach Jane Juve, and a clash between 7th position and a clash between 7th and 3rd position. Fortune currently on 3rd with 34 points, whilst Steve Biko on 7th with 29 points. And this is going to be a stiff battle as the game is currently underway here. Fortune 3, Salifu Jaju 16, Ibu Sanyang 8, Bernard Silva 10, Sekuba Sise number 5, and he leads the line for the Petroleum Boys. Seni Jata 14 and Osman Cham 11 completes the 11 for the Petroleum Boys. And currently they are on 3rd with 34 points, whilst Steve Biko on 7th with 29 points. Kemo, this is another GFF Men's Division 1, this time at the Bakau Mini Stadium in a game between Steve Biko and Fortune.
Yes, very well. Thank you so much. I mean, the last 5 that was played between the two sides, I mean, they are able to settle on 3 draws in the last 5 meetings. So, Fortune were able to win 1, and that of the Steve Biko side as well was able to win 1 out of that last 5, and then they were able to draw 3. So that tells you a lot about these two teams whenever they are meeting. So it's a very steep battle that one would expect whenever these two teams meet, because we have seen them Fortune in the last game that they met, where they played in the Fortune's ground. It was a 0-0 draw. None of the side was able to break the deadlock in that particular game. But before then, Fortune have won 1-0 against the Steve Biko side. It was 2-2 in one of the games, and also Steve Biko was also able to win against them by 2 goals to 0. And then before then, it was a 0-0 score line. None of the sides as well was able to score in that particular encounter. So out of the 3 draws that was settled between the two, it was only one game that I've seen 4 goals. That was a 2-2 draw, and then the other one was 0-0 and as well a 0-0 scoreline. So Fortune will be able to will be hoping rather to make sure that they win this particular game, so that they will maintain their place in the 2nd position, because remember, Falcons have won, and then they have now moved on to the 2nd position at Drift of Real, the Banjul, who are currently sitting on top of the GFF Main Division 1 league. So coming into this particular encounter, Fortune will be very much prepared mentally that we can only win this particular game to keep the our hopes of winning the GFF Main Division 1 alive. So I believe they have that mentality in them. So coming into this particular game as well, Steve Biko, for them, they will want to make sure that they win against these Fortune side to better their standings. When they win this, of course, they will be moving on to the 5th position. So for them, that is what they will be fighting for, while that of the Fortune side will be hoping that they win this particular game to move on to 2nd place, so that they will have a possibility of winning this GFF Main Division 1 part.
Thank you very much, Kemo Kanye. And back to the live commentary, coming to you live from the Bakau Mini Stadium in Bakau. And it's a home game for the Bakau-based club, Steve Biko, who are currently under the watchful eyes of Coach Adnan Musa, whilst the traveling Petroleum Boys Fortune being coached by Jane Juve. Fortune on 3rd, and a victory for the Petroleum Boys will solely get them back to 2nd position, and they will be behind the champions and leaders Real de Banjul, who are currently on 45 points. Falcons on 37, 2nd, Fortune 3rd 34, Team Rhino 34 points on 4th, Greater Tomorrow 31 on 5th position, Armed Forces, and then Steve Biko on 7th with 29 points. And the game is currently underway here from the Bakau Mini Stadium, and this is the contest between Steve Biko and Fortune. And the last time these two sides met was a 0-0 scoreline between the two. But anyway, let's wait and see what the final result will surely give us here. This is Bernard Silva on the right side of Fortune's attack, and he could not just hold on to the ball as the ball rolls out of play for a throw-in for the Bakau-based club, Steve Biko. And Ibrahima Sidibe, who is playing as one of the central defenders for Steve Biko, will take this delivery. He seems to be struggling, and he's back. Sidibe takes that quickly, and Steve Biko will take this opportunity to move the ball from their own half. They've been dispossessed by Fortune through Sekuba Sise. Ibu Sanyang picks possession, trying to get the ball forward. This time Sekuba trying to connect Bernard Silva, who had a touch on the ball, and Sidibe regain possession for the Bakau-based club Steve Biko, who are trying to get the ball from their own half. Ibrahima Sidibe now. Sidibe had spells with Real de Banjul before moving to the Bakau base club, Steve Biko. This is Steve Biko trying to connect the center forward and the number 9, who had a touch on the ball, Mohamed Jabi, but failed to control, and it's a throw in for the Petroleum boys, who are dressed in green shorts, white shorts and green socks. A marathon one from Salifu Jaju. Ball being headed out there by Ibrahima Sidibe, and another throw for Fortune, who will definitely want to have a victory away from home to get themselves back into second position behind leaders and champions Real de Banjul. This time it is Seni who tries to get the ball forward. Not a great one from Seni. Picked up there by Tamba. Fortune. Let's try to see what they will surely do. Tamba goes to ground, and that's an infringement awarded to Fortune, and indeed a promising position for the boys in green and white, Fortune FC. And that's going to be a delivery for Fortune. That's Fortune, and that's going to be a delivery for the boys in green and white, Fortune. And Ibu Sanyang will surely take this delivery. And we have Bernard Silva and Ibu Sanyang on the ball. Who is taking this delivery remains the question. Number 10 and number 8. They are currently trying to decide who takes this delivery. This is Bernard Silva, right-footed delivery, low one. Struck the wall. Abdullah Tamba picks that one, gets the ball to fall into the center of the pitch now. Salifu Jajo trying to connect Seni, and the flag of the assistant referee has been raised against the players for Fortune, and that's going to be an offside as waved by the assistant referee on the far side. And this game has been officiated by Mod Lamin Job, Issa Hassou, Abdul Wahab Mane and Mustafa M. Dow as the 4th assistant referee. And it is all coming to you live from the Bakau Mini Stadium in the GFF Men's Division 1 game between Steve Biko, who are the home side, against the traveling Farato base club Fortune, who are dressed in green shorts, white shorts and green socks, whilst the Bakau base side, Steve Biko in white shorts, black shorts and white socks. That's not a very good one from the goalkeeper, picked up there by Ibu Sanyang. Ball being desperately cleared in there by Steve Biko. This time it is Bakari Sisa whose effort has been blocked in there. This time Bakari regained possession for the Petroleum boys on the left side of the attack. Gets the ball quickly to Ibu Sanyang, who picks that ball quickly. Trying to dribble past his marker. Gets the ball forward. Osman Cham gets himself into the 18, drills the ball low. Is that going to be a chance for the Petroleum boys? And this time they picked possession. Salifu Jaju slips in the process, gets the ball quickly. Not a very good one from Jaju Salifu. This time, Pa Hassan Barrow will try to get the ball forward. Sambujang Ture, team captain and number 6, was just there in time for Fortune to get that ball off the field. And it's a throw-in for the Bakau base club, who are currently playing at home at the Bakau Mini Stadium. And this game is currently live on LSTV1 and also on the official Facebook page of Fortune FC. And at the commentary desk, while I'm in Fatih, Kemo Kanye, and behind the camera is our very own Osman Kamara. This time the number 19 for Steve Biko, who mal-controlled. Bakari Sise regained possession. Steve Biko regained possession, and the central defender and number 3 goes to ground, Musa Jete, and he's been rewarded by the central referee Mod Lamin Job, who is currently officiating this game. And this is the GFF Men's Division 1. Coach Adnan Musa on the touchline for Steve Biko, whilst Jane Jove is the one in charge for the traveling Fortune side. Abdullah Tamba with a header and a throw in for Steve Biko, quickly taken to the center forward, who controls that ball beautifully, trying to connect the advancing player, but failed to control, and a throw in to the boys in green and white Fortune, who are currently on third and definitely, or will definitely want to have a victory here to get themselves back into second position behind leaders and table toppers Real de Banjul. Sekou Basise is currently having a 4th start for the Petroleum boys, and this time Mustafa Jalo is on the bench, while Sekuba Sise leads the line for the Petroleum boys. And it's also another promotion for Seni Jata for the Petroleum boys, and Seni was an integral member for the Fortune's Nawetan team in this year's Brika Masoma Nawetan. And it wasn't a surprise seeing the technical team promoting Seni Jata to the 4th team of the Petroleum boys, and he starts for the Petroleum boys in this contest between them and Steve Biko, coming to you live from Bakau Mini Stadium. This time Ibu Sanyang picks possession, trying to connect Sekou Basise. into the gloves of the custodian Lamin Bai, who gathered that ball with ease, who tries to connect the number 28 on the far side, Abdoulaye Mane, and Mane could not just hold on to the ball, and it's a throw in for Fortune, and Salifu Jaju will take this. Jaju Salifu with a short one to Seni Jata. Great control back to Salifu Jaju. Ball being chested down by Jata Seni, who tries to loop the ball forward to the advancing Bernard Silva. This time Abdoulaye Tamba on a defensive mission. That's an infringement. That's a foul awarded to the Petroleum Boys by the central referee Maud Lamin Job. It is indeed a hard battling contest between Fortune and Steve Biko. Fortune will definitely want to have a victory here away from home to get themselves back into second position, whilst the Bakau based club Steve Biko, currently on 7, will want to have a victory to get themselves back into 5th position as far as the GFF Men's Division 1 table standing is concerned. And looking at the table standing, it is Real de Banjul on 4th position with 45 points, Falcons on 37 on 2nd, Fortune 3rd 34, Team Rhino on 34, 4th position Greater Tomorrow 31 on 5th, Armed Forces 29 on 6th, and Steve Biko with 29 points on 7th position. And a victory for Steve Biko will solely move them to 5th position, just behind Real de Banjul, Falcons, Fortune, Team Rhino. And there we go, into the gloves of the goalkeeper Nuha Sanyang. And Kemo Kanyi, we have played 12 minutes into this contest, and it is a great start, a hard battling contest between Steve Biko and Fortune here. Both sides are eyeing for a victory here to solely better their standings as far as the GFF Men's Division 1 is concerned.
Yes, as usual, the game between these two sides is never an easy one. Remember, the first game that they have played at the Brikama Box Bar Mini Stadium was a goalless draw, so that tells you a lot about this particular two teams that are currently playing here. So Steve Biko and Fortune, I mean, whenever they are playing, it's a very, very difficult game for each of the sides, because as I have earlier mentioned, the last 5, Fortune was managed to win 1, and then Steve Biko as well managed to win only 1 out of those the last 5, and the rest of the 3 were a drawn, were a nil-nil, were a drawn. So this particular game as well, it wouldn't be an exception to those ones, those difficult games that they have taken part in. So obviously, you have also mentioned certain players that have currently made their way into the first team, that is Jata and also Sekuba. I believe Sekuba's experience. Mustafa is one of the top scorers in the JFF Men's Division 1 league this season, but I mean, of recent his form has dropped. I mean, he has missed scoring goals. He has been given the opportunity to start, but he has missed scoring goals. So Sekuba is now given the opportunity to start here today. Let's see what he's starting will benefit the team here in the off front, but his experience, I believe, will solely be very much beneficial to the Fortune side. So Fortune, knowing that we are having a very, very experienced striker in forward in Sekuba Jaju, so when they place the ball well for him, I believe he will be able to make the difference for them. As you have already mentioned, Bai has also started in the goal post for the Steve Biko side, where Yokasi is not on the starting 11 today. So these are very, very good things that we have currently witnessed in this. But all in all, both teams will want to win. Fortune will want to win this, so that they will be moving on to the second position, while Steve Biko will want to win this and then better their standings to move on to the 5th place of JFF Main Division 1, because the teams that are above them, you have a very, very narrow margin of points that are separating those teams. So when you win one, of course, you better your standings are a very, very good positioning for you.
That was a great target from Bernard Silva on the far side of the pitch. He was trying to test his luck, and that was going to call the goalkeeper Lamin Bai for Steve Biko unaware. He was just lucky, and the ball sailed off target, and a goal kick to the home side. Steve Biko coming to you live from the Bakau Mini Stadium. In case you're just joining us, this live broadcast is coming to you live from the Bakau Mini Stadium in the GFF Men's Division 1, and the game is also live on LSTV1 and also on the official Facebook page of Fortune FC and at the commentary desk for LSTV. Parlamin Fati, Kemo Kanya, and behind the camera is Osman Kamara. Approaching the 15th minute here in this contest between Steve Biko and Fortune, and it is currently nil apiece. Hassan Barrow picks possession for the Bakau base club. They've been dispossessed this time by Osman Cham. This time Bakari Sise rose the highest, and he's been rewarded by the central referee Maud Lamin Job. And it's going to be a delivery for Fortune, who will solely have Abdullah Tamba to effect this delivery for them. Tamba, 24 on his back for the Petroleum Boys. He is one of the central defenders for the Fortune side. Tamba is having Sambujang as his defensive partner as far as this game is concerned. Into the gloves of Lamin Bai, who gathered that ball with ease for the Bakau Base Club. Steve Biko. Mbai with an arm throw gets the ball to the central defender and number 3 Musa Jete, who gets the ball forward. Bakari Sise to Ibu Sanyang, great control from Sanyang. Ibu to Usman Cham now, dribble pass one, still going. Ibu trying his luck. He must be very much disappointed with himself. He was trying to test the waters. But anyway, his target wasn't convincing as the ball went off target, and a goal kick to the Bakau Base Club, Steve Biko. And this game is the GFF Men's Division 1. It's a clash between Coach Andan Musa and Coach Jane Diouf, and a clash between 7th position and 3rd position. Steve Biko on 7th with 29 points, whilst Fortune on 3rd with 34 points. Fortune will definitely want to have a victory here to move back to 2nd position, just behind table toppers and champions Real de Banjul, who are currently sitting comfortably on top of the GFF Men's Division 1 with 45 points. And a victory for Fortune will solely get them back to 37 points with a better goal difference between them and Falcons, who are currently on 2nd with 37 points. It's a throw-in for the Bakau Base Club, and their central defender Musa Jete will take this. A long one, trying to connect Pa Hassan Barrow with a sliding header. Pa Hassan regained possession. Another header from Fortune. This time Seni had a touch. Bernard Silva with a back heel, not a great one. Ball being picked up there by Salifu. This is Pamudu foul against Pa Hassan Barrow. Solid defensive work in there by Abdullah Tamba. And it's going to be a delivery. It's going to be a delivery for Fortune, and a busy Adnan Musa on the technical bench for the Bakau Base Club. They are currently playing at home at the Bakau Mini Stadium, and this time it's a clearance from the central defender and team captain Sambujang Ture. He was calling in for an infringement, but the central referee wasn't interested, as the central referee waves in for a throw-in in favor of the Bakau Base Club. Ibrahim Sidibe, known to many as Janko, will take that, who is one of the defenders for the Bakau Base Club. He had spells with Real de Banjul. Pa Hassan Barrow also had spells with Gunjur United. Moving the ball forward. Left-footed player goes to ground, infringement. Awarded to him by the central referee, Mod Lamin Job. And Mod Lamin Job has been assisted by Issa Hasso, Abdul Wahab Mane and Mustafa M. Ndao as the 4th assistant referee. And it is coming to you live from the Bakau Mini Stadium. It is the GFF Men's Division 1, and the game is also live on LSTV1. And at the commentary desk, Parliament Fatih, Kemo Kanye and Osman Kamara behind the camera. Pa Hassan Barrow, left-footed drive into the 18. A header, a glancing one for that matter, off target, and a goal kick for Fortune. And the central defender Abdullah Tamba is now calling on his players to be on alert. And it's going to be a goal kick for Fortune, and their goalkeeper Nuha Sanyang, 30 in goal in his blue colors, blue shirt and blue socks. Nuha Sanyang in goal for the Petroleum Boys urges his central defenders Sambujang Ture and Abdullah Tamba to move forward as he prepares to deliver an effort. Right-footed one, trying to connect Osman Cham. Great control, back to Bakari Sise, who gets the ball forward for the Petroleum Boys. A solid header from the central defender and number 3, Musa Jete for the Bakau Base Club, Steve Biko. And Jete has been rewarded by the central referee, and it's going to be a set piece for Steve Biko in their own half. And this is coming to you live from the Bakau Mini Stadium, and the game is live on LSTV1 and also on the official Facebook page of Fortune FC, where we are bringing you the live commentary in this GFF Men's Division 1 game between Steve Biko and the traveling Fortune FC. Steve Biko is a Bakau based club, whilst Fortune is based in Farato. This is Ibrahim Sidibe now on the left side of Steve Biko's attack. Can they get the ball forward? Pa Hassan Barrow now trying to dribble past his marker. Succeeds now. Floats the ball into the 18. Easy time for the goalkeeper. There was a call for a penalty. The central referee not interested. A quick one from the goalkeeper. Ball being chested down by Sekou Basise, who tries to connect Ibu Sanyang. Ibu picks possession once again. Left-footed drive, gets the ball to Bakari Cisse on the left side now. Bakari trying to have his way out. Solid defensive work in there by the number 19 and the right wing back, Omar Jabang, for Steve Biko. Player goes to ground this time. It is the number 28 and centre forward Abdullah Mane for the Bakau Base Club, Steve Biko. And he's been rewarded by the central referee. And the central referee will now have a word with the number 23 and Ibu Sanyang. The number 23 for the Bakau Base Club is Lamin S. Bojang. And the central referee will try to sort that as quickly as possible. And back to business from the Bakau Mini Stadium. And it is coming to you live on LSTV1. Kemo, still a difficult game, but still deadlock is yet to be broken here. Both sides are working off their socks to get the breakthrough here. But after majority of the minutes in the first half, still we can't see the deadlock being broken in this contest between Steve Biko and Fortune.
Yes, very well, Paddy. The game between the two, as I have already mentioned, will be a very, very difficult one because they know one another very well, and the goal margin that is normally witnessed between the two sides is also a very, very low one. And this game as well is, going towards that direction because it has been very, very the spaces are very, very tight. That the opponent team will try to open up for the other team to get themselves into their area. So that has been a very, very difficult one, but we have seen Steve Biko making some very positive moves here in the part of Fortune here. We have seen them getting a penalty shot here, but the center referee was close to the scene and he knows why he has not awarded that. So that has been a very, very good one. We have seen also that of the Fortune sides moving the ball with a very, very good play here, but nonetheless none of the sides here is able to break the deadlock. I believe the defense line for both teams are doing very well in trying to make sure that they nullify the dangers that the opponent team will try to impose onto them. So it is going to be very, very difficult as expected. A very tight game so far as we have currently witnessed.
Thank you very much, Kemo Kanye. And back to the live ball-to-ball commentary from the Bakau Mini Stadium. And we have already played 22 minutes into this contest. It is still a barren scoreline, though the pitch might not be very comfortable for both Steve Biko and Fortune FC. But Steve Biko might be a bit comfortable playing on this pitch because this is their home ground in Bakau, whilst Fortune have the Brikama Box Bar Mini Stadium as their home ground. Ball been drilled low. Ibu Sanyang trying to get the ball into the back of the net, but his effort sailed over the bar. He was trying to check on his football boot and also on the pitch anyway, but his effort sailed over the bar, and a goal kick to the Bakau Base Club, Steve Biko, who will surely have Lamin Bai as their custodian to deliver this. Chips the ball forward to Ibrahima Sidibe. Sidibe Ibrahima chips the ball forward to the centre forward and number 9, who controls that ball beautifully. Had a touch on the ball. It was a call for a foul. No foul given. The flag is being raised on the far side by the assistant referee, and that's an offside in favour of the away side Fortune, who are currently playing from our right to left from our commentary decks, whilst the Bakau Base Club, Steve Biko, plays from our left to right from our commentary decks. Just as I said earlier, Lamin Fati, Kemo Kanye, Osman Kamara behind the camera for LSTV, and the game is also live on the official Facebook page of Fortune FC. And there we go, Fortune picks possession. Bernard Silva now trying to get something. Back heel goes to ground, still struggling Bernard. Gets the ball to Ibu Sanyang, who tries to dribble past his marker. Ball being blocked in there by Steve Biko. Pick up there by Falu. Falu, number 8 now. Squires the ball, trying to connect the centre forward, who will surely try to use his space, Abdullah Tamba. On a defensive mission. Let's see what he will surely do. Tamba. Ball being picked up there by Jabang. Great back heel. Bakari Cisse with a clearance, Abdullah Tamba on a defensive mission. And that is an offside. Offside as waved by the assistant referee on the far side, and this game is being officiated by Mod Lamin Jobi Sahaj, so Abdul Wahab Mane and Mustafa Mdaw as the 4th assistant referee. And it is all coming to you live from the Bakau Mini Stadium in the game between Steve Biko and Fortune. Steve Biko are being coached by Coach Adnan Musa, whilst Fortune are under the watchful eyes of Coach Jane Juve. And Jane Juve dressed in his all black cap, black shirt, black trouser and a black shoe, whilst Coach Adnan Musa in black shirt, black short and white socks and a white boot. There we go. This time Fortune's clearance from the goalkeeper Noha Sanyang wasn't a great one, and Steve Biko allowed the ball to roll out of touch, and it's a throw in. Musa Jete will take that. A long one into Fortune's half. Fall with a strong header. Ibrahima Sidibe on the left side picks possession for Steve Biko. This time Farlu and Bernard Silva on a defensive mission. Was trying to clear that ball and the ball rolls out of touch for a throw in. And Ibrahima Sidibe Janko will take that again for the Bakau base club. He's playing as the left wing back for coach Adnan Musa's side. Hassan Barros, delivery, not a great one. Ball being picked up by Seni Jata. Seni, mal controlled, and the ball rolls out of play for a throw in. Steve Biko will take that. Not a comfortable pitch for both sides, just as I said earlier. But Steve Biko might be a bit comfortable because they have this side as this top as their home ground. Ball being drilled into the 18. Abdullah Tamba was just there in time and he cleared that ball for the Petroleum boys. Ball being cleared by Musa Jete for Steve Biko into the center of the pitch. Hassan Barrow now. Barrow, left-footed offensive player. Back to the central defender, Jete. This time it is Jabang now. Falu controls the ball beautifully. They've been dispossessed. And a throw in for the home side, Steve Biko. It is currently a hard battling contest between the 7th position and 3rd position. Steve Biko on 7th with 29 points, whilst Fortune on 3rd with 34 points. Fortune are only behind Real de Banjul and Falcons, while Steve Biko are behind Real de Banjul, Falcons, Fortune, Team Rhino, Greater Tomorrow, and Armed Forces as far as the GFF Men's Division 1 is concerned. And Kemo, looking at this game, it seems Fortune have effected some changes as far as the starting 11 is concerned, bringing in Sekuba Sise and also Seni Jata as far as this game is concerned. Probably might be a very good step for Coach Jane Juve and his boys at the Bakau Mini Stadium.
Yes, very well. Giving chance to players who have never find themselves in the starting 11, I think is an encouragement to any of the players who find themselves playing today. So we have seen also, Usman Jata, who was on the bench last for the last game that they have played in. Usman rather, who has been on the bench for the last game that they have played, has also started today. I mean, Sekuba is an experienced figure in the GFF Media.
That's a goal for the Bakau base club. And Steve Biko have just broken the deadlock here. And it is the number 23, Lamin S. Bojang, who fired Steve Biko into a lead here at the Bakau Mini Stadium. And Fortune needs to come from a goal down if they want to have anything as far as this contest is concerned. They will be hoping for a victory to solely close the gap on Real de Bandul and also move to 2nd position. But currently, they are down here by a goal to nil against Steve Biko, who had their number 23 and centre forward Lamin S. Bojang getting the opening goal here in this game between them and Fortune at the Bakau Mini Stadium.
Yes, very well. That it will make the game very, very difficult for the Fortune side, because if they want to maintain or come back to the 2nd spot in the GFF Main Division 1 standing, they will need to score 2 extra goals here without Steve Biko scoring any other one in addition to this goal that they have currently registered here. So the game, as I have always said, is always a very, very tight game for both sides. Very difficult game for each of the sides to take on one another. So I believe this game is also not an exception to that, and the games between the two sides will show a very, very limited number of goals. It's only in the last 5, it's only one of the games that they have played against one another that have seen 4 goals. That was a 2-2 draw between the two sides. So coming into this one here, Steve Biko playing at home, taking the lead here against Fortune side, will of course make the game very, very difficult for the Fortune side. They will need to score and then score another goal here without Steve Biko scoring another one here. So this will make the game very, very difficult for the Fortune side. But nonetheless, it's football. I mean, they can score the way Steve Biko have scored, and then try to make sure they add up the advantage that they have, and then try to win this particular game. But they are very much aware of what is at stake for them coming into this particular game, knowing that losing this particular game is not helpful to our cause to clinching the GFF Male Division 1. So they are very much aware of that coming into this particular game. That mentality is there. So conceding the goal in the first half doesn't mean that it has all ended for them. So let's see what Jane Juve and his men will be able to do here before the first half ends, or before the regular time here will be ending par.
Thank you very much, Kemo Kanye. And there we go. Fortune will try to use that. And the ball is too strong for Salifu Jaju to control, and Steve Biko will benefit from that goal kick. Quickly taken by the goalkeeper Lamin Mbai to the central defender Jete, who launches in a long and high one, trying to connect the center forward, who chested the ball down, trying to control Tamba with a clearance. Partially, this time the team captain Sambujang Ture had a touch on the ball and Steve Biko picks possession on the left side of the attack. Currently, they are leading by a goal to nil. Pahasan Barrow back to Ibrahima Sidibe. Sidibe gets the ball forward on the left side of Steve Biko. And the flag of the assistant referee is being raised against the player. Bernard Silva picks possession, dribble pass one. And he's been fouled in the process, and it's going to be a delivery for the boys in green and white Fortune, who trails here by a goal to nil against the Bakau base club Steve Biko, who are currently enjoying a 1-0 advantage. Ball been cleared partially by Steve Biko. Bernard Silva with a header. That's a foul, and that's a foul for Fortune, and Fortune will benefit. And we have Ibu Sanyang Bernard Silva on the ball, and the central referee Mod Lamin Job will now urge Ibu to wait for the whistle. Ibu prepares to deliver this for the Petroleum boys, who trails here by a goal to nil. Fortune are currently trailing by a goal to nil against Steve Biko, and Steve Biko had their noses in front, and they got their goal courtesy of Lamin S. Bojang. It's a delivery for Fortune. Can they get an equalizer from this set piece? Ibu Sanyang preparing to get this, floats the ball into the 18, a header, not a great one from Tamba. Partially Bakari Sise with a left-footed low drive, and his effort went off target, and the Bakau base club Steve Biko wouldn't be in any hurry as they lead here by a goal to nil against Fortune FC at the Bakau Mini Stadium. And in case you're just joining us, this live commentary is coming to you live from the Bakau Mini Stadium. It is the GFF Men's Division 1 contest between Steve Biko and Fortune FC. And Steve Biko are currently on 7 with 29 points, and they will surely want a victory here to move themselves to 5th position. And this time it is the number 28 who controls that ball beautifully. Abdullah Mane, Bakari Tamba. Abdullah Tamba on a defensive mission was just there in time to clear that ball to touch. And it's going to be a throw-in for Steve Biko, who are currently enjoying a 1-0 advantage against Fortune here. They are playing at home in Bakau and currently leading by a goal to nil. And they got their goal courtesy of Lamin S. Bojang, who fired them into a lead. And Coach Jane Juve seems to be busy on the technical bench, and his assistant is Mustafa Jajo. And it's going to be a throw-in, and Jane and his technical bench aren't happy as they believe the captain for the Bakau base club. That's a foul throw. A marathon one though from Bakari Wara Jawara, and he's the team captain. He's the team captain for Steve Biko, and he's been penalized by the assistant referee. And the assistant referee waved in.
No, why need to connect the complaint the same thing?
And
no, he cannot do that.
And it seems Coach Adnan Musa isn't happy with the central referee. Anyway, that's the head coach for the Bakau base club, Adnan Musa, and he's a bit furious with the decision from the central referee. But there we go. That's football for you, and that's going to be a delivery for Fortune. And Bakari Sise will now leave the ball for Abdullah Tamba to deliver. Abdullah is one of the central defenders, and he is currently partnering team captain and central defender Sambujang Ture. Tamba now, left-footed drive, long and high one. Sekuba Sise with a touch. This time the central defender number 26 for the Bakau base club had a touch. Salifu Jajo picks possession for Fortune to Sekuba Jajo. Number 5 gets the ball to Seni Jata. Seni squires the ball. Ball been blocked in there by Steve Biko. Ibrahima Jete on a defensive mission. He tries to control the ball, and he could not, and the ball went out of play. Quickly taking Seni Jata. Seni gets the ball into the 18 now. Ball being headed out, and still Adnan seems to be complaining. Bakari Sise trying to get the ball forward. This time it is Steve Biko. Abdullah Tamba on a defensive mission cleared the ball, and that's a foul as waved by the central referee for this contest, Mod Lamin Job. And Mod Lamin has been assisted by Isa Hasso, Abdul Wahab Mane, and Mustafa M. Ndao as the 4th assistant referee. And the central referee, Mod Lamin Job, is currently he will solely allow Fortune to deliver this effort. Sambujang squires the ball to his defensive partner, Abdullah Tamba, who chips the ball forward. Can they get something? Bernard Silva! The flag stayed down and Bernard Silva equalized for the Petroleum Boys Fortune. And Fortune are back into level terms here at the Bakau Mini Stadium. And this time, Fortune relied on Bernard Silva to poke home the equalizer here. And it is one apiece between Fortune and the Bakau Base Club, Steve Biko. Kemo, it is currently one apiece between Steve Biko and Fortune FC here at the Bakau Mini Stadium.
Yes, it has been a very brilliant pass from Abdullah Tamba. That was a great vision from him, where he tries to connect Bernard Silva, and perfectly he got Bernard in the right way, and then Bernard tapped the ball home for an equalizer to the Petroleum Boys. So this is an opportunity for them to add another one, so that they will be able to move on to the second place. But Steve Biko are also very much aware that they will need to win this particular game, so that they will also better their standing. So both sides are here with an opportunity to at least better their standing in the JFF Male Division 1 league this season. So which of the teams here will be able to take the opportunity is the question to be answered here. So let's see what happens here before the end of this particular encounter here. Fortune now they have come from behind to level the matters here at the Brikama box. Sorry, here at Bakau Mini Stadium. So coming into this particular game, we are still in the first half. So let's see what happens, whether Steve Biko or Fortune will be able to do anything about this. But it has been a very tight game between these two sides. Both sides are putting up every energy that is necessary for them to go home with the right result that they will want from this particular encounter part.
Thank you very much, Kemo Kanye. And back to the live commentary. It is indeed a lively afternoon from the Bakau Mini Stadium. Steve Biko got themselves into a lead, and Fortune regained or restored parity. And this time a clearance from the central defender. Ball being chested down by Pa Hassan Barrow, trying to get a back heel. Picked up there by the central or the holding midfielder for Fortune, who chips the ball for Sekuba Jajo. And Sekuba is being caught on offside by the assistant referee on the far side. This is Steve Biko in their own half, and they will surely have the central defender who squares the ball to Falu, number 8 on his back, Falu Gay. And Falu has been man-marked by Fortune. Clearance partially picked up there by Jabang, who is operating as the right wing back for the Steve Biko side, goes to ground. And that's an infringement awarded to them by the central referee, Modlamin Job. And it is indeed a lively game here between Steve Biko and Fortune. Both of them will definitely want to snatch a victory, because a victory for Fortune will solely move them back into second position, just behind Real de Banjul, whilst Steve Biko with a victory will solely move to 5th position, and they will surely be behind Real de Banjul, Falcons, Fortune, Team Rhino and Greater Tomorrow. And there we are. This is a delivery from the Bakau Base Club, trying to connect Jabang now, and Bakari Sise will allow the ball to roll out of touch. And a goal kick for Fortune, and Fortune will solely rely on their goalkeeper Nuha Sanyang to deliver this effort. Sanyang urges his central defenders to move forward in his blue colors, blue shirt, blue short and blue socks. Sanyang Nuha in goal for Fortune, and this is the contest between Steve Biko and Fortune. And the last time these two sides played was a 0-0 scoreline, and the game was played at the Brikama Box Bar Mini Stadium. And this is the second tie, and this game is currently playing at the Bakau Mini Stadium in Bakau. It's a quick one from the central defender, pick up there by Fall. Bakari Sise on a defensive mission, gets the ball forward. Steve Biko picks possession. Player goes to ground, number 23. Lamin Esbojang, and he is the author of their goal, goes to ground, and he's been rewarded by the central referee, Mod Lamin Job. And Bakau Base Club Steve Biko will benefit from this. And the number 23 and the goal scorer for Steve Biko gets that to Pa Hassan Barrow now. Barrow Pa Hassan. Pa Hassan gets the ball back to the goal scorer, who squires the ball to Ibrahima Sidibe on the far side for Steve Biko. Ibrahima trying to dribble pass, succeeds, gets the ball forward. Ball being blocked in there by Fortune. Regain possession this time. They regain possession. Sekuba Sise is being wrestled down by the central defender for Steve Biko, and Sekuba seems to be in pain as he is currently holding his waist. Sekuba Sise is currently leading the line for the Petroleum Boys ahead of Mustafa Jallo, who is the current leading goal scorer for the Petroleum Boys. And Sekuba is currently down here holding his waist, and he's back on his feet, and we believe no troubles for Sise Sekuba. And it's going to be a delivery for the boys in green and white Fortune. And they have Ibu Sanyang Sekuba Sise. And we also have Salifu Jaju. Not very far away from the scene. This is Ibu Sanyang now, who drills the ball into the gloves of the custodian Lamin Bai, who gathered that ball with a second attempt. In the first one, he palmed the ball, and the second attempt gathered that ball with ease. Ibrahima Sidibe now. Sidibe to his defensive partner. Steve Biko now cleared the ball to Pa Hassan Barrow, who chested the ball down. Bakari Sise gets the ball forward to Osman Cham, who picks possession, tries to dribble past his marker, still going Cham. Bakari Sise dribble past his marker, still going, looking for options. Left-footed drive ball being headed out there by Steve Biko. Danger not averted. Clearance. This is Pamodu foul now to Salif to Seni Jata. Not a great one. Number 9 picks possession. Salifu Jaju to Bernard Silva. Great control from the Fortune. Number 10 goes to ground, and that is an infringement awarded to Bernard Silva. And his team captain and number 4 Bakari Wara Jamme seems not to be happy with that decision. He seems to be surprised after seeing the central referee awarding an infringement to Bernard Silva. And we will also try to get you some other scores across other venues. Anytime we get the results, we will surely relay them. But currently we are live from the Bakau Mini Stadium, and it is the GFF Men's Division 1 contest between Fortune and Steve Biko. And currently it is 1 apiece between Steve Biko and Fortune FC. And Steve Biko scored first through Lamin Esbojang, and Fortune restored parity through their number 10 Bernard Silva. And currently it is 1 apiece between Steve Biko and Fortune FC. And this live commentary is coming to you live from LSTV1 and also from the Bakau Mini Stadium. And the game is also live on the official Facebook page of Fortune FC. So shortly we will try to get you results across other venues. Currently in the game between Marimo and Samga, it is 43 minutes on the clock, and Samga leads Marimo by a goal to nil. And at the Bakau Mini Stadium, 44 minutes on the clock, it is already Fortune FC 1, Steve Biko FC 1. And currently there is a player for Steve Biko currently on the ground, and he is receiving medical attention from the team of medics. Semo approaching the half time here, and any moment from now the central referee will surely bring an end to this very first half here. As things stands, it is 1 apiece between Fortune and Steve Biko.
Yes, very very tight game as we have already seen. Now Fortune, they have now regained their confidence into this particular encounter, because since they have scored the goal, you can see the way they are pressing against the Steve Biko side, that is the home team. So coming from 1-0 down here and then leveling the matters for themselves, so that will be, I believe, will be a very very good thing for them if they are able to do anything about this particular encounter. So let's see what happens here before the game ends here between the two sides. Fortune have indeed improved on their game after scoring that particular goal, after leveling the matters for themselves. So let's see what happens here, whether they will be able to add up their advantage into this particular encounter, or are we going to see the game going to end in this particular way, or are we going to see one of the sides here going home with the victory. But I believe both of these sides here will want to go home with a victory, at least to better they are standing into this particular encounter. So Fortune, for them, they will be hoping to make sure they move on to the second position, while that of the Steve Biko side will be hoping to make sure they better their standings and move to 5th position.
Approaching the half hour or the half-time break here, Sekuba Sise will take this right-footed delivery. Ball been cleared by the goalkeeper. Lamin Mbai for Steve Biko. Bakari Sise will try to connect to the ball, and a header, glancing one. This time it is the holding midfielder and number 13 Pamodu Fall, who is being rewarded by the central referee. Inches in their opposition's half. Bakari Sise will surely try to get the ball forward for the Petroleum Boys, who are currently on a 1-1 scoreline against the Bakau-based club Steve Biko. All coming to you live from the Bakau Mini Stadium, and the game is also live on LSTV1 and also on the official Facebook page of Fortune FC at the commentary desk. Parlament Fati, Kemo Kanye and Osman Kamara. Ball been floated into the 18, a glancing header from Steve Biko Seni Jata with a forced attempt, missed, trying to get the ball for the second time but failed in the process. And a goal kick to Steve Biko, and their goalkeeper Lamin Bai will take this delivery. Lamin Mbai prepares to deliver this effort. Lamin Bai chips the ball to Ibrahima Sidibe on the left side of Steve Biko's attack. Ibrahima chested the ball down, trying to get the ball to the goal scorer, but they've been dispossessed. Ibu Sanyang gets the ball quickly to Bernard Silva on the far side. Bernard squares the ball into the 18, into the gloves of the goalkeeper Lamin Mbai, who gathered that ball with ease. That was definitely very close. Approaching the half-time here at the Bakau Mini Stadium, as already the fourth assistant referee, Mustafa M. Dao, has already put up a 2 minutes of additional time here at the Bakau Mini Stadium. A busy technical bench or dugout for both Coach Ajane Diouf and Coach Adnan Musa. Bakari Sise, a long one into Steve Biko's half. Ibu Sanyang with a glancing header. This time Bernard Silva came calling. Had no touch on the ball. Steve Biko, Bakari Wara Jawara clears his line, and the flag is being raised against the player, and Coach Adnan Musa seems not to be happy with that decision anyway. Half time at the Bakau Mini Stadium, and it is 1 apiece. Kemo, it is half time at the Bakau Mini Stadium. Welcome back to the live ball-to-ball commentary after the 15 minutes of break from the Bakau Mini Stadium. And the game is live on LSTV and also on the official Facebook page of Fortune FC. At the commentary desk, just as I said earlier, Parlament Fati, Kemo Kanye and Osman Kamara. And special thanks to all our followers currently watching this game live on LSTV1 and also on the official Facebook page of Fortune FC. And we are back into the second half. This time, the home side, Steve Biko launches in a quick counter-attack. Number 9 picks possession, squares the ball to Pahasan Barrow. On the left-sided wing back, Bakari Sise was just there on time to block that ball to touch. And it's going to be a throw-in for the Bakau Bay side, Steve Biko. Usman Cham with another defensive work. And it's a throw-in for Steve Biko. And the score is currently 1 apiece between Steve Biko and Fortune FC here. And the team captain Bakari Wara Jame is the throw specialist here. A long one, a glancing header. Ibu Sanyang, that's a foul. The center forward and number 9 for Steve Biko was trying to get the ball, but he had a touch on the central defender Abdullah Tamba for Fortune FC, who is currently flat on his back, and they will solely need the assistance of the team of medics here from both Fortune and the independent medics here at the Bakau Mini Stadium. It is just the beginning of the second half here. Kemo, I think both sides will definitely want to snatch a victory here in both Fortune and Steve Biko. It seems they have picked it from where they left it after the break.
Yes, it's never going to be an easy game. These two teams, they both know, Fortune knows that we are traveling to Bakau, so we are not going to find the game easy. So this Steve Biko side also knows that we are hosting the Fortune side, so it's never going to be an easy encounter between the two of us. So they have this mentality before the game starts. You can see the tempo of the game since it has started. So it has been a very, very high tempo game since the onset of this particular encounter. Both sides are not giving chances to the others to make sure they capitalize on which they will be punished with. So the game has also been a very, very tight game between these two sides. We have seen very few goal scoring opportunities that are being created here. That has to do with the tightness of this particular encounter between the two between the two sides rather. So let's see, but both sides have managed to at least put one goal in the back of the net. So that also have something to dictate about this particular game. That the zeal is there to win the game, but it has been a very very tight one. Fortune will want to go on to will want to go back to the second position of this particular of the JFF Men's Division One, while the Steve Biko side will also try to go and make sure that they win this particular encounter. But in the last five that this both games have played have taken part of. We have seen Fortune winning one out of the last five games that they have played in, while that of the Steve Biko side have also won several of the games that they have taken part in before getting into this particular encounter here against the Fortune side. So as you have earlier mentioned, let's see, the last five that Steve Biko have played against Armed Forces. Armed Forces have beaten them by a lone goal 2-0. They won against Marimo by 2-1, and also won against Falcons, but that was, I mean, in the FF Cup, where they won by a lone goal 2-0 after the post-match penalty shootout. They drew against TMT, and also they lost to Brikama United by 3-1. So in the last five that Fortune have played in, they drew against Team Rhino by 2-all, and then against Wabanjul also it was a 0-0 scoreline in Brikama. Then against Bombarda they lost by 2-1. Falcons have also beaten Fortune by a lone goal 2-0, and Fortune then have beaten Beastie Galaxy by a lone goal 2-0. So you will see in the last five that this Fortune side have taken part in. They have won only one in the last five games that they have played coming into this particular encounter, be the FF Cup and this other encounter. They lost two, drawn one. So Steve Biko have won two, they have drawn two in the regulation time, then won one and also lost two. So similar. They have recorded similar score lines coming into this particular encounter. Similar records is shared between them coming into this particular encounter after this coming into this particular encounter here. So these both sides are not on very very fine forms as they have started the leagues as on. We have seen Steve Biko, they have not started the league very well, but we have seen after some time they have improved on their games, winning game after game. Fortune have also started the league with a very very good start, but currently we have seen them being struggling. They were the team that were putting Real de Banjul on this main Division 1 league, but we have seen now they are now struggling, and Real de Banjul will be loving this result that is currently here, because currently they are ahead of the Falcon side by 8 points. So if Fortune have won, it will be the same 8 points, but with goal difference Fortune will going to occupy the second spot. So Real de Banjul will be loving this. So I believe we will be able to witness one or at least two goals before the match ends here, but we wouldn't know which of the sides here will be going home with the victory. But solely, I'm having the belief that one of the teams here will be able to win this encounter.
Thank you very much. It is never over until it is all over. Those are the great words and analysis from your colleague and brother, Kemo Kanye, from the Bakau Mini Stadium. It is indeed a delivery for Fortune. Sambujang Ture with a long one into the 18. Bakari Ibrahim Sidibe with a touch into the gloves of Lamin Bai. In goal for the Bakau base club, Steve Biko. This time Ibrahim Sidibe gets the ball to Bakari Warajawara, team captain, who tries to dribble past his marker. He's been dispossessed, and Salifu Jaju squares the ball to Bernard Silva, and Bernard, that's a high boot, as waved by the central referee, and it's going to be a set piece for Steve Biko in their own half. Ibrahim Sidibe will take this for them, and Steve Biko are currently on 7, and the team is being coached by Coach Adnan Musa. And Fortune, on the other hand, on third with 34 points, and they are being coached by Coach Jane Jove. And Fortune will want to have a victory to get themselves back into second behind Real de Banjul, whilst Steve Biko will want to have a victory, get themselves to 5th position. Salifu Jaju, dribble pass 1-2, gets the ball to the advancing central defender. This time, Abdullah Tamba's effort, not a great one, picked up there by the central defender and number 2 on the far side. This time, Jabang will try to dribble pass his marker, goes to ground. And that's a foul on the right wing back, Omar Jabang. Jabang Omar is being wrestled down by Bakari Sise, and the assistant referee on the far side waved in for an infringement. It's going to be a set piece for the boys in white and blue, or white and black rather. The giant killers of Bakau, Steve Biko. Steve Biko. This is Steve Biko now on the right side of the attack. A header, glancing one for that matter. Danger not averted. Ball being picked up there by the number 9 and centre forward, who chips the ball forward again. Ball being headed out there by Sambujang Ture partially. Bernard Silva on a defensive mission. Seni cleared his line. Finally, Bakari Warajawara with a clearance to Ibrahima Sidibe. Sidibe Ibrahima drills the ball low to the number 9, who tries to control that ball, gets the ball forward. Great interchange of passes between the players for Steve Biko, who will surely try to get the ball forward. Player goes to ground. No foul given by the central referee. This time Salifu Jaju to Bernard Silva. Silva Bernard chips the ball forward, trying to connect Sekuba Jaju. And the goalkeeper, Lamin Mbai, in goal for Steve. That is Sekuba Sise. Anyway, that's a foul as waved by the assistant referee on the far side. And I beg your pardon, it is Sekuba Sise, who is currently leading the line for Fortune FC here at the Bakau Mini Stadium in the game between them and Steve Biko. Just as I said earlier, it's a clash between 3rd position and 7th position, Steve Biko and Fortune FC. And Pa Hassan Barrow will take this. Pa Hassan Barrow will deliver this effort. A 2-man wall is being assembled by Fortune here. Bakari Sise and Osman Cham on the wall. Pa Hassan prepares. This time, a right-footed delivery. Ball being floated. Danger not avoided this time. Seni Jata on a defensive mission. Falu picks possession on a left-footed drive. Struck the central referee. And there we go. This time, Seni Jata still going. Seni is one of the players being promoted from the Nawetan team. Adnan Musa seems to be surprised with that decision from the central referee. and you could hear him saying Allahu Akbar, and then he seems to be disappointed of the decision from the central referee. But anyway, that's football for you. This is now the goalkeeper for Fortune, Nuha Sanyang, who launches in a long one, trying to connect Ibu Sanyang, a thumping header from Ibrahima Sidibe into the half of Steve Biko. Seni, not a great one from Seni, and the team captain and central defender for Fortune. That's a foul, and that's going to be a yellow card for the central defender. We have to confirm his number, and it seems to be a hard battling second half here. Both teams or both sides picked it from where they left it. The number 26 and central defender for the Bakau base club, Steve Biko, Ajibu Jalo, he's been shown his marching orders after that foul on Ibu Sanyang. It's Abdullah Tamba to deliver this. Squares the ball to his defensive partner, Sambujang Ture, team captain, who gets the ball to Salifu Jaju. Salifu to Bernard Silva, who controls that ball beautifully. Silva Bernard trying to twist and turn. And Sambujang with another attempt. The goalkeeper came rushing into the gloves of the goalkeeper, Lamin Bai for Steve Biko, who launches in a long and high one into the half of Fortune. And Nuha Sanyang in goal for Fortune in his blue colors, blue shirt and blue socks, gathered that ball with ease, urges his central defenders to move forward. It is indeed a difficult game here between Fortune and Steve Biko, all coming to live from the Bakau Mini Stadium. Osman Cham now trying to get the ball forward, gets the ball to the advancing Sekubasi, is empowered. Ball being palmed away by the goalkeeper Lamin Bai, partially cleared. Wara picks possession, launches in a left-footed drive. Sambujang with a timely header. Salifu Jaju picks possession, goes to ground. Infringement awarded to the central referee. Was awarded to Salifu Jaju by the central referee Maud Lamin Job. And Maud Lamin has been assisted by Isaha Sow, Abdul Wahab Mane and Mustafa M. Ndao. And this commentary is coming to you live from the Bakau Mini Stadium. And it is live on LSTV1 on both Facebook and also on the official Facebook page of Fortune FC. And that's going to be a foul as waved by the central referee Maud Lamin Job. It is indeed a difficult game, a difficult game between Fortune and Steve Biko, all coming to you live from the Bakau Mini Stadium. And this game, or this field is hosting this great contest between Fortune and Steve Biko. Great turn by the center forward. This time, can they get something here? Flag stayed down, and Nuha Sanyang dived to his right to gather that ball with ease. Coach Adnan Musa seems to be disappointed with his players after failing to convert that glorious opportunity. Usman Cham trying to guard the ball or get the ball forward, and he's been blocked to touch there by the central defender and number 3 for the Bakau base club, Musa Jete. This player goes to ground, no foul given. Usman Cham still going for Fortune. Can they get something here? Ibrahim Sidibe with a header, partially cleared. Ibu Sanyang trying to control the ball. Salifu Jaju regained possession, right-footed delivery. Ball being kicked out by the goalkeeper, Lamin Mbai. Lamin Mbai used his right foot to block that effort from Salifu Jaju. It is indeed a great game here between Fortune and Salifu Jaju. Can they get something here? Player goes to ground. No foul. No foul, and Coach Adnan Musa said no foul. The coach for Steve Biko believes it wasn't a foul. He's been realistic. Some of the supporters were calling in for a penalty, but he waved to the players, to the supporters, to tell them it wasn't a penalty. It wasn't a foul. That is Coach Adnan Musa for Steve Biko. This is Ibu Sanyang now, who gets the ball forward. And that's a foul. Oh, not a foul. Ibrahima Sidibe, the ball struck Sidibe Ibrahima. And Kemu, I think I love that gesture from Coach Adnan Musa. The supporters were calling in for a penalty, but he waved at them, telling them it wasn't a foul, and it was not also a penalty.
Yes, very well, Pa. One needs to be realistic, because I mean, if he knows that it is not a foul and it's not a penalty, if he claims that it's a penalty or it's a foul, then that will add up something to the fans as well. They will be saying that the referee is not playing the game rightly to our favor. Instead, he is trying to favor the opponent team. But as the leader of the team, he knows that it's not a foul, and then he faces to the fans and also gesturing to them that is not a foul. The striker could have done better to put that in the back of the net, but that cannot be called as a foul and also a penalty for us to get. So I believe he is trying to be realistic there. That is football for you. One needs to be realistic no matter your position. He is the head coach, so when he knows that it's not a foul, then he can clearly tell people that it's not a foul. So the player could have done better than that. So that is about being realistic in the football game.
Thank you very much, Kemo Kanyi. That's a foul. Anyway, we have to wait and see what the decision of the central referee is going to be here. It seems to be a handball, and Ibrahima Sidibe is currently on the ground. We have to wait for the central referee, and the referee is now calling on the medics to come to the aid of the player, Sidibe Ibrahima. Ibrahima Sidibe is currently on the ground, flat on his back, and he is being assisted by the team of medics here at the Bakau Mini Stadium. It is indeed a difficult second half between Steve Biko and Fortune FC. Currently it is 1 apiece, and Steve Biko scored first through Lamin S. Bojang, and Fortune restored parity through their number 10 Bernard Silva to equal the scoreline here from the Bakau Mini Stadium. And this game is also live on LSTV and also on the official Facebook page of Fortune FC. And Steve Biko are currently on 7th position with 29 points, whilst Fortune on 34 or on third with 34 points. And at the commentary decks for LSTV, Parlamin Fati, Kemo Kanyi and Osman Kamara behind the camera. And the last time Fortune and Steve Biko played was at the Brikama Box Bar Mini Stadium, and the game ended in a 0-0 scoreline. And currently both sides have scored 1, and it is currently 1 apiece between Steve Biko and Fortune FC. And there is a player on the ground, Ibrahima Sidibe. And Coach Adnan Musa is very furious on the technical bench. And we have Fortune having 2 of their players warming up on the far side. Mustafa Jallo and Bakari Jata are the players, surely to be introduced by Coach Jane Juve any moment. They are currently warming up. We have to wait and see. Who they're going to substitute. But we have Mustafa and Bakari Jata warming up for the Petroleum Boys. Ibrahim Sidibe seems to be struggling. He is limping as he has been assisted by the technical team for Steve Biko side. And this is a handball as waved by the central referee. Ibu Sanyang prepares to deliver this effort. Sanyang, right-footed low one, ball being headed, not a grade one. Pa Hassan with a glancing header to the center forward who tries to control, this time gets the ball forward. He's been out-muscled there by Fortune on the far side. Jabang picks possession for Steve Biko. Let's see what they will surely do. Squares the ball. Ibu Sanyang on the defensive mission. Pa Hassan Barrow with a left-footed drive. His effort went off target. And a goal kick to Fortune. It is indeed a lively evening here from the Bakau Mini Stadium in this game between Steve Biko and Fortune in the GFF Men's Division 1. It is a clash between 3rd position and 7th position. Steve Biko on 7, whilst Fortune on 3rd. Fortune on 34 points on 3rd position, just behind Real de Banjul and Falcons. Whilst Steve Biko on 7th behind Real de Banjul, Falcons, Fortune, Team Rhino, Greater Tomorrow Armed Forces and Steve Biko. And Steve Biko are currently on 7 with 29 points, while Fortune on 3rd with 34 points. And there we go. This game is currently on a 1-1 scoreline here. And Steve Biko scored first through Lamines Bojang, and Fortune restored parity through their number 10 Bernard Silva. It is a lively evening here in Bakau and a lively evening at the Bakau Mini Stadium in the game between Steve Biko and Fortune FC. A clash between Coach Adnan Musa and Coach Jane Juf, and also a clash between 3rd and 7th position. Kemo, it seems to be a hard battling second half between Fortune and Steve Biko. I believe both sides are ready to leave it for one another. They are all eyeing for a victory here as far as the game is concerned.
Yes, very well. Transition wise, both teams are trying to connect from their defense line coming through the midfield. But I mean, we have seen them creating chances, but as always, chances for players to take to convert opportunities into goals is always very, very difficult for any of the teams that we have watched them play. But I mean, some of the teams will indeed try to score many goals as possible, but chances will come your way. We have seen their transition in when Steve Biko is attacking. Their transition from through the midfield, from the defense line through the midfield to their forward is always very, very good. So as Fortune as well, when they transition from their back towards the far end of the Steve Biko's half is also a very, very good one, but in the final touches there, it is always the problem for the players when they reach at the final third. It is always very, very difficult for them to do anything positive with the ball, as in that I mean by converting those opportunities into goals. But the defenders are there as well, are trying to do everything possible to make sure that they deny the opponent from getting any good opportunities or any trying to convert their opportunities into goals. The defenders here will be working very hard to make sure they deny their opponents from scoring against them, because they know what is at stake here if a team scores against you here currently into this second 45 minutes. So they are very much mindful, and then they are also fighting very hard to make sure that they are they win the game. So they are putting up every energy that is necessary for them to go home with the victory as of now. So but it's been very, very difficult for the opponent sides to making sure that they penetrate their backline. But the players from both teams are putting up every possible energy that is necessary for them to go home with the victory here at the Bakau Mini Stadium. But nonetheless, it has been 1-1 highly contested game. I believe none of the sides here will be disappointed as the result currently. Both sides are putting up that strong mentality into this game to making sure that they deny the opponent from scoring against them, and then as well try to create chances and then score against them. So that will be that is making the game very, very difficult, because the game is also very, very tight one. So this is why we are witnessing such kind of chances here as of now.
Thank you very much, Kemo Kanye. And Ibrahim Sidibe is been stretched off and he is currently limping. He is going to have the final minutes on the dugout or on the sideline as he limps off the pitch, being stretched off by the team of medics of his own side, Steve Biko. And he must be very much disappointed. He is indeed a key player who had spells with Real de Banjul before moving to Steve Biko. This time a thumping throw in, a long one from the team captain and a central defender for Fortune, Sambujang Toure, and the ball had a final touch on the Steve Biko central defender before getting off the pitch. And it's going to be a corner And we already have Salifu Jaju and Ibu Sanyang on the ball on the far side as Mustafa Jallo and Bakari Jata Worms on the far side, preparing to get themselves on the pitch here in Bakau. It's going to be a corner. Salifu prepares to take that. Salifu Jaju 16. Salifu Jaju drilled the ball low. Ball being blocked in there for the first time by Steve Biko. Bakari Sise picks possession, trying to reconnect Salifu. Great back heel. This time, ball being cleared. Partially Sambujang on a defensive mission. Cleared that ball into the half of Steve Biko. Steve Biko, central defender, heads the ball off. This time, foul with a glancing header. Bakari. Oseni Jata picks possession. Seni is having a debut. He is one of the latest players being promoted from the Norwegian team into the first team of fortune. Trying to connect Bakari Sise, failed in the process. This time Steve Biko picks possession through Falo, who gets the ball forward to Jabang. This time it is Steve Biko. They will surely try to get the ball forward. Can they get something here? Let's see. And Fal on a defensive mission, block that ball to touch. And it's going to be a corner for Steve Biko at the Bakau Mini Stadium and Pamodu. And it's going to be a corner, and the corner will be taken by Pahasan Barrow on the far side for Steve Biko. And Steve Biko will effect a double substitution. And any moment from now, we will confirm Ibrahim Sidibe is already off, and he's been replaced by the number 24. And the number 24 is Mod Lamin Jallo. And the second player to be introduced is Modu Sajo, and Sajo Modu will replace team captain Bakari Wara Jame. Jame Wara, team captain, is off, and he's being replaced by the number 10 Modu Sajo. And it's a corner for the Bakau base club. Pahasan Barrow now, left-footed low drive. Ibu Sanyang on a defensive mission will try to get the ball once again. This time Steve Biko, ball being cleared. Sambujang Ture, team captain, on another defensive mission, cleared that ball. And another corner. Pahasan Barrow will take that again. Pahasan will now leave the ball for the advancing number 23, Lamin S. Bojang, who scored the only goal for the Bakau base club, Steve Biko. He scored first, and Fortune FC restored parity through Bernard Silva. It's going to be a quick one. Plays the ball short to Pahasan Barrow. Left-footed low drive. Blocked in there by Ibu Sanyang. Ibu on a defensive mission. Lost that. Pahasan with another attempt. And his effort sailed over the bar, and a goal kick. Nuha gets that quickly to Salifu Jaju. Jaju will try to get the ball. Not a great one from Jaju. The new entrant, Modu Sajo, picks possession, squares the ball to the advancing player on the far side. Can they get something? And scores! Steve Biko scores, and coach Adnan Musa jubilates. That was definitely a blunder from Salifu Jaju. And then he malcontrolled, missed that opportunity, and they picked up the ball, and Steve Biko picked up the ball through Modu Sajo and squares the ball to the advancing Ajibu Jallo. And Ajibu made no mistake and convert the second goal for the Bakau base club. And here they lead 2-1 against Fortune here at their own turf. And you could hear those jubilations, claps coming from the supporters of the Bakau base club. Steve Biko in Banjul. And the number 28 got the second goal for the Steve Biko side, Abdullah Mane, instead of Ajibu Jallo. It is Abdullah Mane with the second goal for Steve Biko. And they will try to defend this goal, Kemo, seemingly.
Yes, very well. That will now be their mission to defend against this, because it's a 3-point. No matter how you get your 3-point, one will say you will take your ball position as Morino style, and I take my 3 points. So for them as well, since the starting of the second half, we have seen both teams trying to push the game very hard, trying to create chances for themselves. And luckily, Salifu, it was a costly mistake from Salifu, who tries to play the ball very quickly, and then the number 10, who was just introduced, Sajo, Modu Sajo, have intersected the ball in the far end, and then squares the ball to the goal scorer for his team, that is Abdullah Mane, who calmly got the ball and then tapped the ball home for a 2-1 lead to the home side, that is Steve Biko. So their mission now will be to making sure that they defend this particular goal. So we are going to see Fortune making 2 substitutions here. Seguba will be making way for Mustafa, and also there will be another substitutions for, that is Osman Cham also makes way.
Osman Cham is off, Sekuba Sise off, and they are going to be replaced by Bakari Jata and Mustafa Jallo respectively. For Fortune, currently trail here by 2-1 against Steve Biko at the Bakau Mini Stadium. It is indeed going to be a great final minutes here at the Bakau Mini Stadium. Currently, Fortune are down 2-1 on Steve Biko. Let's wait and see. Will they be able to maintain this 2-1 advantage? Remains the biggest task and question, as Fortune will surely try to get an equalizer here. The new entrant, Bakari Jata. Number 23, Lamin S. Bojang, who is one of the goal scorers for Steve Biko, is been wrestled down by Bakari Jata on the far side. Jata is one of the latest players introduced by Fortune. He came alongside Mustafa Jallo, the leading goal scorer for the Petroleum Boys Fortune. And the number 23, Lamin S. Bojang, is still on the ground. And it's going to be a foul. It's going to be a delivery for the Bakau Bay side, Steve Biko. And after getting the second goal, that was a great jubilation from the technical bench, right from the head coach Adnan Musa. Great back heel to Bakari. This time Fortune lost possession. Central defender Abdullah Tamba was there. Bernard Silva had a touch on the ball to the new entrant and number 10, Modu Sajo. Sajo Modu on a defensive mission gets the ball forward. This time Tamba with another header. Can they keep the ball in play? This time it is the new entrant once again, Modu Sajo, who allows the ball to roll out of play. And it's going to be a throw-in for the Bakau base club, Steve Biko, known to many as the Giant Killers. They wouldn't be in any hurry as they lead here by 2-1 against Fortune. Is that going to be a foul throw? Yes. That's a foul throw. Anyway, that's a foul throw. Salifu Jaju gets that quickly to the new entrant, Mustafa Jallo, who controls that ball, beautifully turns. Jallo still going, Jallo. He's been fouled by the number 24, who is also another latest entrant, Mod Lamin Jallo. It is indeed a difficult and a great game that we are currently watching from the Bakau Mini Stadium in the contest between Steve Biko and Fortune FC. And Salifu Jaju is going to effect this set piece. Salifu Jaju is one of the youngest players, if not the youngest, in this Fortune side. Squares the ball into the 18, ball being palmed away by Steve Biko. This time Bakari Sise will try to get the ball forward. He's been dispossessed. And Steve Biko regained possession through Lamin S. Bojang. Lamin S. Bojang moves the ball forward. Can they get something here? Bojang Lamin drills the ball low into the gloves of Nuha Sanyang, who gathered that ball with ease. This time Steve Biko regained possession once again. Picked up there by Jabang on the right side of the attack. This time Jabang is been surrounded by a group of Fortune players. Had no other option just to get the ball forward. Nuha Sanyang will get this ball for Fortune. And it is indeed a lively game here. Lively final minutes here at the Bakau Mini Stadium in the GFF Men's Division 1. And this game is currently live on LSTV and also on the official Facebook page of Fortune FC. Ball being floated forward. Bernard Silva had no touch to the new entrant, Mod Sajo. Sajo to the center forward and number 28. Abdullah Tamba is being wrestled down. That's a collision between Abdullah Tamba and the center forward and number 9, Mohamed Jabi for Steve Biko. And you could see that push from the goalkeeper, Nuha Sanyang. He is definitely in a hurry to get the ball forward. Lunges in a long and high one, trying to connect the center forward. Mustafa Jallo had a touch. This time, the number 10, Modu Sajo, picks possession for Steve Biko. Left-footed drive, trying to connect the center forward once again. Sanyang on a defensive mission this time as a goalkeeper. Was just there in time to clear that ball. And it's going to be a throw-in, and the Giant Killers of Steve Biko wouldn't be in any hurry as they lead here by 2-1 against Fortune. And Fortune will definitely want to have a victory here. Fortune will definitely want to have a victory to get themselves back into second position. But the way things are, they need to score and score again for them to be able to move back into second position, or else they will surrender every point to the Giant Killers of Bakau, Steve Biko. This time Steve Biko leads by 2-1. Player goes to ground, no foul. Central referee waved in for a play on Ibu Sanyang, picks possession for Fortune, squares the ball on the far side, trying to connect Bakari Jata. And the central defender and number 3, Musa Jete, had the final touch. And Steve Biko, look at the goalkeeper. And he is going to receive a yellow for that. Lamin Bai receives the ball on the far side and throw the ball off the field. And the central referee dashes out a yellow on the goalkeeper for the Bakau base club, who was there on a time-wasting tactic. Currently, they lead here by 2-1, and we have already played 77 minutes into this contest, and it is still Fortune or Steve Biko 2, Fortune 1. We can say we have 13 plus additional unconfirmed minutes to play here from the Bakau Mini Stadium. Anyway, the central referee and his team of officials are having the official timing. The only time that we can give is unofficial. But as far as the commentary desk is concerned, we have already played 78 minutes into this contest, and it remains Steve Biko 2, Fortune 1. This is the central defender and number 3, Musa Jete. And Jete is still Jete. Ball being picked up there by Fortune. That's a foul. High boot as waved by the central referee. And this game is being officiated by Mod Lamin Job, Issa Hasso, Abdul Wahab Mane, and Mustafa M. Dow as the 4th assistant referee. And Steve Biko will benefit from this set piece in their own half as they lead here by 2-1 against the Petroleum Boys Fortune. It's going to be a delivery. The majority of the supporters here I believe to be the supporters of Steve Biko, as this team is based in Bakau. The central defender launches in a long and high one into Fortune's half. Bernard Silva picks possession. That's a foul. Bernard gets that quickly. Salifu Jaju on the right side of Fortune's attack. Great control. Salifu chips the ball to the new entrant, Mustafa Jaju, or Mustafa Jalo. Jaju is the assistant coach. This is the new entrant now, who tries to get the ball forward to the center forward, who controls that ball, failed in the process. And it seems Lamin Silla is in part of the game as far as this game between Steve Biko and Fortune is concerned. And Lamin Silla is the leading goal scorer for the Bakau base club, Steve Biko. And he is nowhere to be found. We can't confirm what really happened to him. And he is not in the 18, neither in the starting 11. But it's going to be a delivery. Salifu Jaju will take this. Jaju Salifu, 16 on his back. He is one of the youngest, if not the youngest players for this Fortune side. Ball being drilled into the 18. A header from Steve Biko. This time Abdullah Tamba picks possession. One of the central defenders to Seni Jata, who is one of the latest players being promoted into this 4th team of Fortune FC from Brika Masama Nawetan. This time it is Bakari Caesar who squares the ball on the right side to Salifu Jaju. Great control. Jaju gets the ball to Mustafa. That's a foul. Mustafa was trying his luck. Mustafa is been penalized by the central referee Mod Lamin Job, and that's a foul on the Steve Biko player who is currently on the ground. Any moment from now, it's going to be another substitution. Ali Usey will be the latest player to be introduced by Coach Jane Juve and his technical bench. And Jane Juve and his Fortune side trails here by 2-1 against Steve Biko at the Bakau Mini Stadium in Bakau. And it is all coming to you live on LSTV and also on the official Facebook page of Fortune FC. At the commentary desk, Lamin Fati, Kimo Kanyi and Osman Kamara behind the camera. Currently, Fortune before this game are on third with 34 points. Steve Biko on 7th with 29 points. And a victory for Steve Biko here will surely move them to 5th position with 32 points, whilst a victory for Fortune will surely move them to 2nd with 37 points. But the way things are, Fortune needs to score and score again if they want to move into 2nd position. Currently, Steve Biko leading by 2-1 will surely move into 2nd or 5th position if they are able to maintain this 2-1 advantage against them or between them and Fortune FC. Into the gloves of the goalkeeper for Fortune FC, and any moment from now Ali Use will be introduced by Fortune FC here. We can't confirm who he will be replacing. Bakari Jata controls that. That's a foul. No number. We are in seeing Ibu Sanyang is coming off. Ibu Sanyang is coming off, and he will be replaced by 25 Ali Use, who was part of the under 20 who played in the All African Games in Ghana. Usay Ali is the latest player being introduced by Fortune FC here as Coach Jane Juve and his charges continue to search for an equalizer here. They trail by 2-1 against the Giant Killers of Steve Biko in Bakau at the Bakau Mini Stadium. This time Steve Biko in their own half to the number 23 who failed to control that ball. And it's going to be a delivery, and we will also try to cross over to another venue. 84 minutes on the clock in the game between Marimo and Samga. It is currently 1-1 between Marimo and Samga. At the Bakau Mini Stadium, Steve Biko leads 2-1 against Fortune, and we have played 83 minutes so far. 83 minutes on the clock. Steve Biko 2, Fortune FC 1. This time, Steve Biko on a defensive mission. Can they keep the ball in play? This time, the central defender was just there. Placed the ball to the new entrant, Modu Sajo. Sajo's effort has been blocked in there. Fortune will try to get the ball forward. They missed it. This time, Seni now squares the ball. Gets the ball to Ali Use. Quickly, Bakari! Low drive. Not the best from Bakari Sise. And came into the last or final 10 minutes here unofficial. And Fortune needs to score and score again if they want to move into second position. But the way things are, if they can't score and score again, surely Steve Biko will surely move to 5th position with 32 points.
Yes, very well. I mean, Fortune needs 2 goals here in the last 6 minutes that we to be played. That is to be played here rather plus the additional time if they want to move their place to second position. That ball that Bakari have just taken here could have been taken with cautiousness, utmost cautiousness for that matter. Trying to connect his players, and then who will be able to be in the right position to put the ball into the back of the net. But as when teams are playing like this, so what you need to do is to make sure that you play with utmost cautiousness. Try to make sure you take your time whenever you are on the ball, not to hurriedly taking your decisions as Bakari have just done. Bakari Sisi have just done here. That ball that he wanted to go on solo could have been placed to one of his players, and then who might be in the right position to making sure that he put the ball at the back of the net. But currently, I believe what they will need to do is to making sure that they relax. I mean, whenever they are in the final third of the field, because that's where the goals and then good opportunities are created. So when you are in that particular end, so what you need to do is to making sure that you relax or at your utmost best to making sure that you place the ball well for your players.
Thank you very much, Kemo Kanye. And Pa Hassan Barrow is coming off, and he will be replaced by the number 15 for the Bakau base club. And the number 15 is Jim Gay. Jim Gay is coming in, and Gay Jim will replace Pa Hassan Barrow. Gay Jim, he is a physically built-up player. And Steve Biko will surely try to defend this 2-1 advantage here if they can get another. This time, Salifu Jaju surges forward, trying to control that ball, goes to ground, and that seems to be a foul. Yes, that's a foul, as waved by the assistant referee on the far side. And this game is being officiated by Mod Lamin Job, Issa Hassou, Abdul Wahab Mane, and Mustafa M. Dow as the 4th assistant referee. Salifu Jaju. And it seems to be a very busy dugout for Coach Adnan Musa and his technical bench. And another busy one for Jane Juve and his technical bench. And you could see Jane and Mustafa are all on their hips. Anyway, they will definitely want to score and score again for them to be able to move back to second position behind Real de Banjul. Ali Hussein drilled the ball low, cleared by Steve Biko, and this time it is the number 24 Mod Lamin Jallo who was introduced in the second half. It's going to be another corner for the boys in green and white Fortune, and Bakari Jata will take this. Jata Bakari is the left wing back for Fortune, gets that quickly to Ali Use, who picks possession. He's one of the latest players. Bakari now will tie his lock, gets the ball forward, too strong for every other player, and it's going to be a goal kick for the Bakau base club, Steve Biko, who are currently leading here 2-1 against the traveling Fortune side. Steve Biko is a team based in Bakau under the watchful eyes of Coach Adnan Musa, whilst Fortune are based in Farato and are being coached by Jane Juve, who is ably and reliably assisted by Mustafa Jaju. It's going to be a goal kick for the Bakau base club. Lamin Mbai. Mbai Lamin launches in a right-footed delivery, not a very good one from Mbai. And it's going to be a throw-in for Fortune FC into the final 10 minutes here, unofficial, from the Bakau Mini Stadium. And you are reminded that this live commentary is coming to you live from the Bakau Mini Stadium, and it is live on LSTV1 and also on the official Facebook page of Fortune FC. At the commentary desk, Lamin Fati, Kemo Kani, Osman Kamara behind the camera, and we are live. Indeed, we are live from the Bakau Mini Stadium, and the game is live on LSTV and also on the official Facebook page of Fortune FC. Bakari Sise with a lengthy throw on the far side, ball being headed partially by the central defender and number 3 Musa Jete. And it's going to be another throw in for the boys in green and white Fortune, who are dressed in green shorts, white shorts and green shorts, whilst their opponent Steve Biko in white shorts and black shorts and white socks. It's going to be another throw in. This time it's the team captain Sambujang Ture with a marathon throw, ball being floated into the 18. We have almost all the players for Steve Biko around the 18-yard area in trying to defend this ball. Bakari Jata picks possession, gets the ball backwards, gets the ball into Steve Biko's half. Can they get the ball forward? Central referee awards Steve Biko with an infringement, and Fortune or Steve Biko are currently having a player on the ground, Falu Njai, or Falu Gay rather, not Njai, Falu Gay. Number 8, Falu Gay is back on his feet. Falu and his Steve Biko side wouldn't be in any hurry as they lead here by 2-1 against Fortune. And Fortune needs to score and score again if they want to move back into second position. But if they can't win here, they will surely remain on third with 34 points behind Real de Banjul and Falcons. Into the gloves of the goalkeeper Nuha Sanyang. Sanyang Nuha in his blue collars, a lengthy one from Sanyang into Steve Biko's half. Mustafa Jallo with a header. This time Bakari Sise trying to get the ball forward. Bakari Jata will try to get the ball forward. This time the central defender and number 3 Musa Jete was just there in time to clear that ball desperately. And came into the final 5 minutes. And any moment from now, the 4th assistant referee, Mustafa Mda, will surely put up an additional minute. And seemingly, we have seen an additional 5 minutes to be put up here by the 4th assistant referee. So on that note, Fortune needs to score in 5 minutes, or else they will surrender every point to Steve Biko's side of Bakau.
Yes, very well, Pa. They will need to score in this final 5 minutes here, and then if they want to win this particular game, they need 2 goals to be scored in the final 5 minutes. So for that of Steve Biko, they will need to defend this 5 minutes so that Fortune wouldn't score against them. So for them, the only mission that they will be having in the pitch is now to making sure that they defend all out, and then so that they will be able to take the lead into their own ground. If they win this, of course, they will be moving on to the 5th place as the table standing is currently, because they are, whenever the team scores goals, of course, the table standing changes. So currently they are on the 5th position. They will try to maintain this particular lead here against the Fortune side, while Fortune will try to make sure that they level the matters for themselves, and in fact to try to win the game against them, because 5 minutes is a lot of time in the football match, because we have seen teams scoring 2 goals in 2 minutes. So if Fortune is able to do that here, then so that would be very, very good for them. So I believe they will need a miracle here to win this particular game. So for that of the Steve Biko side, as you can see, they are fighting tooth and nail to make sure they defend against this Fortune side, and then that will make them to win this particular encounter.
Is that going to be an equalizer? So close for Fortune, and they fail to capitalize. Kemo, that should have been 2-2 for Fortune.
Yes, very well. If the player was rightly positioned, that would have been 2-2 for the Fortune side. But nonetheless, we have seen another encounter. But so the game has turned to be an end-to-end football. So in the male first division 1, it is always very, very competitive, especially in the second half. So you see teams are going all out to play against one another. So the game has now turned to an end-to-end football here at the Bakau Mini Stadium Park.
Thank you very much, Kemo Kanyi. An end-to-end final minutes here at the Bakau Mini Stadium. And this game is currently live on LSTV and also on the official Facebook page of Fortune FC. It is the clash between Fortune and Steve Biko, coming to you live from the Bakau Mini Stadium. And currently, Steve Biko leads here by 2-1. It is a standing ovation from the center forward and number 9 for the Bakau base club in Mohamed Jabi. He did an incredible work up front for the Bakau base club, and you could hear those claps coming from the supporters of Steve Biko here. And he is going to be replaced by Yankuba Toure, number 11, who receives that ball as the very first touch, gets the ball to another new entrant, number 10, Modu Sajo. Can they keep the ball in play? Failed in the process, and it's going to be a goal kick for the Petroleum Boys, who trails here by 2-1 against Steve Biko in Bakau. And currently, Fortune will be on third. They will still remain on third on 34 points behind Falcons and Real de Banjul. And currently, the GFF Men's Division 1 table standing, Real de Banjul on 45 points on first position, Falcons 37 second, Fortune 34 on third position, Team Rhino on 34 points. Greater tomorrow, or before Greater tomorrow, that will come Steve Biko, and they will be on 32 points. And then Greater tomorrow on 6th. Armed Forces 29, then we have the rest of the teams. There we go. This is Abdullah Tamba, who picks possession, right-footed delivery. Not a great one. Great control by the holding midfielder. Goes to ground, no foul given. Falugay picks possession for Steve Biko. Plays the ball back to the central defender, whose left-footed drive. Not a great one. They will solely try to defend every ball here, because they lead here by 2-1 against Fortune side. And coach Adnan Musa is currently signaling the remaining minutes to his players, currently urging his players to be behind the ball. Mustafa Jallo had no touch on the ball. Bernard Silva, great control to the advancing Salifu Jaju. Salifu's effort went off target into the very final minutes here at the Bakau Mini Stadium, and he must be very much disappointed with himself. He should have done better. And Salif is doing an exceptional job on the right side of this Fortune's attack, and he is one of the youngest, if not the youngest players for this Fortune side. And looking at Salifu Kemu, he has done an incredible job, but he must be very much disappointed in the build-up to Steve Biko's second goal. I think he was dispossessed, and then that led to the goal scored by the Bakau base club.
Yes, very well, but nonetheless, he has been very, very hard working since the onset of this particular game, and every game that he's given the opportunity to play, you will know that he is playing with wholeheartedly with his team to making sure that he help the team win. But nonetheless, in football, players are bound to make mistakes, and some mistakes are, of course, are costly, and they will serve as remembrance for you entirely into this season. He will solely remember that costly mistake that has led to the goal. That was a very, very unfortunate from him, but he was trying to play the ball quickly where but the number 10 spotted him, and then he was intersected, and then the ball was well placed for his player Mane, and then Mane slotted the ball home calmly into the goal post for the Fortune side. That has given the Steve Biko side a lead into this particular game. He must be disappointed, but nonetheless, he's trying very well. He has done all he can do for the Fortune side to register the win here, but it has not been possible for them. But he's an extremely very good player, very young player, very talented. He needs to be encouraged. He needs to know that players are bound to make mistakes.
Thank you very much, Kemo Kanyi. And it is all over here at the Bakau Mini Stadium. And Fortune lost against the Bakau base club, Steve Biko. And the game ended 2-1 in favor of Steve Biko. And they got their goals through Lamines Bojang and Abdullah Mane, whilst the only goal scored for the Petroleum Boys was scored by Bernard Silva. And currently, Fortune will remain on third on 34 points behind Real de Banjul and Falcons, while Steve Biko will surely move to 5th position on 32 points. And this Steve Biko side have been coached by Adnan Musa, and they will now move to 5th position. And Fortune side have been coached by Coach Jane Jove, and Fortune will also remain on 3rd position. And it is all over here, and special thanks to every other viewer or follower of LSTV1 who were there following this great contest between Steve Biko and Fortune FC, and it has just ended 2-1 in favor of the Bakau base club. Until then, it has been Parlamin Fati, Kemo Kanyi and Osman Kamara for LSTV from the Bakau Mini Stadium. Until then, we are saying bye-bye till we come your way again.